Here's why your answers to behavioral interview questions get you rejected. One of the things that I observe the most often when I mock interview candidates is they will avoid answering the question. But that's not a good strategy at all. Imagine someone asks you, can you tell me about a time when there was disagreement and tension at work? How did you resolve it? What was the disagreement like? People will usually fall into two different buckets of bad answers. Bucket number one would be like a very generic description of a conflict that really doesn't feel like a conflict. For example, something like, oh, there was disagreement about how to build the back end of this new project. I just wrote a design doc and the disagreement was resolved. That doesn't really feel like a disagreement, definitely doesn't feel like tension. So we're not really able to gather any insights about what interpersonal skills you have to work with other people, because tension will happen when you're working with colleagues, right? That's just normal. So acting like you never had conflict is not a good strategy. The second bucket, which is maybe arguably worse, is saying what you would do, not you have done in your career already. So saying something like, oh, if there was tension, I would, do XYZ. I would talk to them like this, I would do this. But we're not really interested in what you would do. We want to dig deep into your career and see what you have already done. We're trying to see patterns of how you interact with people and how you resolve conflict. So when you go in this direction of I would do this, it makes us feel like you're either avoiding answering because you're not good at conflict resolution, or there is something you're hiding, you're panicking, or you just haven't had experience resolving conflict. And none of these are looking super great. It would be better if you could just pick an anecdote of real disagreement, real tension, talk about what the details were and how you resolved it and what you learned from it. That would be a much, much stronger answer.